these practices aren't just a walkabout in the park. It's here that races are often won or lost.
Absolutely. Back home in North Carolina, we emphasize the setup. A few tweaks during practice can lead to major gains on race day.
Watch as Megasaurus 55 takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob, they're calibrating everything: the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Look at Rob Keane taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Megasaurus 55's on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine, first impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Eric Wolfs is on the outlap, not just warming up the tires, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
Rob Keane's on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine, first impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Look at Megasaurus 55 taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Look at Rob Keane taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Watch as Megasaurus 55 takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob. They're calibrating everything: the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
In these sessions, they're not just pushing the car's limits, but their own too. Testing their mettle, seeing how far they can go before the big dance.
Exactly. It's a mental game as much as a physical one. Balancing aggression with precision, daring with data. It's an art and a science.
Mate, sometimes I reckon the pit wall looks like they're controlling a spaceship with all those dials and knobs.
You're not wrong. Each of those adjustments, from brake bias to differential settings, has a profound effect on car behavior. It's like tuning a guitar, but instead of strings, you're tweaking mechanical symphonies to get the car singing just right on the track.
Mr. Bangs on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine. First impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Look at Eric. Wolf's taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Rob Keane has a best lap time of 2:03.180. Watch as Megasaurus 55 takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob, they're calibrating everything, the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Eric, Wolf's is on their first practice flying lap. Watch as Megasaurus 55 takes it nice and easy on this outlap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob, they're calibrating everything, the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Eric, Wolf's is getting to grips with the Toyota SFR racing in this practice session. It's all about finding that sweet spot during these sessions. Like tuning a didgeridoo, but way faster.
Haha, and a lot noisier. But you're right. In Indy, we fine-tune until it feels just right. Every lap here is a step towards perfection.
You know, mate, watching these practice sessions, you'd think the driver just jumps in and goes. But there's a heck of a lot more to it. Starting with that aero package, the balance between drag and downforce.
Oh, for sure. You tweak the front wing just a smidge, and you could have a totally different beast on your hands. Depending on the track, they might want more downforce for those tight corners or reduce it for the long straights to maximize speed.
Look at Mr. Bang taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
With just 8 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Look at Mr. Bang taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
Eric Wolfs has a best lap time of 2:04.738. Mr. Bang is on the outlap, not just warming up the tires, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
Alright, Eric Wolfs has put down a 2:08.176. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Toyota SFR Racing.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Ever heard the pit crew chat about wheel camber? Sounds like a dance move, but trust me, it's all car talk.
Haha, yeah, camber is the angle of the wheel relative to the road. A bit of negative camber, where the top of the tire leans inwards, can give more grip in the corners. But too much and you're looking at premature wear on the inside of the tire. It's a balancing act, and each track requires its own setting.
These practices, mate, they're like a kangaroo finding its best hop. Once you've got it, you're unstoppable.
Couldn't have put it better. Finding the perfect launch is all about repetition and adjustments.
Rob Keane is on their out lap. Starting from pole position is the best possible outcome for Rob Keane. The second position is occupied by Megasaurus 55. Eric Wolfs is third. As the green flag drops, keep an eye on Mr. Bang starting in fourth position. In the blink of an eye, the narrative unfolds. Let's see which racer combines horsepower with erudition to outflank their compatriots.
It's all about keeping a level head and finding your groove. Like dancing to a country tune, one misstep and you're two-stepping right into trouble.
The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one. It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today. Now, isn't that a sight? Mr. Bang hanging tight at 4. Maybe they're waiting for everyone else to make their move. Smart as a whip, that one. Settling into a rhythm is going to be crucial here. I can't wait to see how this race will play out. The pressure is on whilst the field is bunched. Who can keep their cool and take advantage? Big gains for Eric Wolfs as they move up the field, leaving Megasaurus 55 behind. It's all systems go for Keane, marking their territory in the first.
Absolutely, Rob. It's like watching a maestro at work. Every move Rob makes is pure art.
Rob's pushing harder than a kangaroo in a boxing match, widening their lead over Eric, Wolf's. They've found their rhythm like a didgeridoo player in full swing.
You said it, Rob, with great power comes great responsibility. But sometimes, these drivers forget that and let their egos take the wheel. Let's hope they keep their eyes on the road and not on their own reflections in the mirror.
Ever wonder about the unsung heroes of racing? The pit crew. I reckon their job's as hectic as a barman's on a Friday night in Sydney.
No doubt about it, it's like a pitmaster at a barbecue joint during a lunch rush. Everyone wants a piece, and they've got mere seconds to dish it out and make it perfect.
From the grandstands to the pit lane, all eyes are on the action. Amongst the frontrunners, Rob Keane is showing prowess in first.
Couldn't agree more. Every lap is a story, and right now, Rob Keane's chapter from first is riveting.
We've seen overtakes, close calls, and pure racing genius today. Currently, Eric, Wolfs has carved out a spot at second. Eric, Wolfs is off like a bride's nightie, leaving Mr. Bang huffing their exhaust fumes.
Yep, Rob, Eric. Wolfs is tearing up the tarmac, but can Mr. Bang dig deep and go hell for leather to catch up?
We are used to seeing some hard-fought but clean racing here at Assetto Corsa, friends. I'm expecting to see nothing different here today as this race unfolds. Everyone's on the edge of their seats, or in my case, on the edge of spilling my coffee. Eric, Wolfs is getting closer to Rob Keane, and I'm getting closer to needing a towel.
Dang, Eric. Wolfs is so far back, they're in a different time zone. Hope they remember it's race day, not laundry day.
At this stage of the race, Rob is holding on to first. Anything can happen from here. He's pulling away. Rob Always Keen is increasing the gap to Eric, Wolfs. Looks like Megasaurus 55's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now. How do racing drivers, like yourself back in the day, Hal, train themselves to maintain concentration for long periods of time?
Mental training is a huge part of a driver's preparation, Rob. Techniques like meditation, visualization, and working with sports psychologists can help drivers build their focus and mental endurance for a race.
Blimey, Megasaurus 55 is so far back, they might as well stop for a beer at the pub. If they spot my ex there, tell them to drive faster. Not just about the leaders today, right? Even the tailenders. They're like hungry dingo pups fighting over a bone. Love the spirit.
Spot on.
Hold that thought. Hold the phone. Now I may be wrong here, but I'm not sure that's the racing line.
Hot diggity. If Rob had a banjo, they'd be strumming a sad tune right about now.
Oh mate, Megasaurus 55's more out of place than a vegan at a Bunnings sausage sizzle. Time to throw another gear on the Barbie.
Watching Megasaurus 55 right now is like reliving my high school track meets. A for effort, D for speed.
Tactics are clearly going to play an important part in this race.
They are gonna need to look after their tires and will want to keep something in them for the crucial latter stages, as their tires wear and fuel levels deplete and the handling changes.
And don't forget the track grip increases as more rubber gets laid down.
Indeed, the conditions are constantly changing and the drivers need to adapt, otherwise it can cost crucial time and jeopardize their position.
Watching Megasaurus 55 try to close the gap on Mr. Bang is like watching someone try to catch an ice cream truck on foot. Hope they've got good shoes.
Dang, Megasaurus 55 is so far back, he might start seeing last week's race. But hey, in racing, as in love, persistence is key. Right, y'all?
The horizon that Mr. Bang peers towards is as enigmatic as the Uluru at dusk. Layers of stories and strategies are yet to unfold.
And over here, it feels like trying to read a story with half the pages missing. But stories have a way of coming full circle. Eric. Wolves might be leading the parade now, but remember, the dance ain't over till the last fiddle plays. Still plenty of racetrack left for surprises.
You can feel the focus radiating from Eric, Wolf's confidently holding onto the second.
And just like in any great drama, Eric Wolfs is the lead actor right now, captivating us all from the second.
Eric Wolf's lead is shrinking faster than ice cream in the outback sun. At this rate, Mr. Bang will be on their tail in 4.2 seconds. The race has its rhythm, and right now, Rob Keane is dancing to its beat at first.
It's a dance, Rob. The way Keane holds onto that first, it's like they're leading in a tango.
Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Rob is in the lead, but Eric Wolfs is closing in and the gap is now 7.1 seconds.
This is where the pressure really starts to mount on Keane. They need to stay focused and not make any mistakes.
Looks like Megasaurus 55 is trying to chase down Mr. Bang, but right now it feels a bit like my attempts at dieting. A lot of hard work with slow results.
When you talk about experience, it's like saying I've experienced my mother-in-law's cooking. Doesn't mean I want to do it again. But Megasaurus 55, keep pushing.
Huge shout out to the admins at Assetto Corsa friends for making this all possible. Without their hard work and dedication, we wouldn't be able to witness this incredible event.
That's right, Rob, and the excitement is palpable. I can feel it in my circuits. I mean, this is the kind of race that people will be talking about in the bar. We're witnessing history in the making.
The tension is building as Megasaurus 55 trails behind Mr. Bang. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Can Mr. Bang hold on, or will Megasaurus 55 be able to close them down?
Exactly. Megasaurus 55's got to be careful not to overdrive, sort of like overcooking a steak. No one wants a burnt race, right?
Looks like Eric Wolfs is chasing Rob Keane harder than a croc chasing a tourist who's lost their thongs. It's a bit of a long shot, but we all remember that one time at the pub, right? Tell ya what, Mr. Bang is trailing like my mate Dave after a bender. Hope there's no random testing today.
That's right. Mr. Bang in third knows they have to push to the limit if they want to catch up. But Eric Wolfs is no slouch, and they're going to be pushing just as hard. It's a battle of skill and will out there.
Hang on to your cork hats, mates. We're about to see more jousting than a footy final between Mr. Bang and Eric Wolfs.
He's waiting on that golden chance like a hound on a pork chop.
You know, mate, I was chatting with some of the pit crew earlier, and they were debating on which tire compound to use. Hard as deciding between a meat pie and a sausage roll.
Well, back in my indie days, the choice was as clear as sweet tea or lemonade. But I reckon, here, with these changing conditions, it's more of a gamble.
The echo of the exhausts, the rubber meeting road, and there's Sunoiler commanding the fifth.
Definitely, but they can't get too comfortable. There are plenty of other drivers who are gunning for that position, and Sunoiler has to keep pushing to stay on the pace.
The race is heating up as Megasaurus 55 in fourth closes in on Mr. Bang. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they are going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. Oi, Megasaurus 55's chassis balance is on point today. They're handling bumps and curbs smoother than a croc sliding into water. Mr. Bang's got a battle ahead. From the cockpit to the pit lane, the chatter is all about Sunoiler's masterful hold on the fifth.
Indeed, but in the fast lane, there's no time to relax. Sunoiler's grip on 5th will be tested.
Sweet as, Sunoiler's pushing pedals harder than a dingo chasing down dinner. What a lap. Stop the press. Oi, Megasaurus 55 tried to pull a Steve Irwin and wrestle with the track limits. Track 1, Megasaurus 55 to 0. Remember when Megasaurus 55 was on the pace? Neither do I, kinda like my recollection of last Friday night. A solid performance from Sunoiler, who is holding down 5th. Sunoiler is on a charge. Their split time shows they have upped their pace.
Can Sunoiler keep it together?
As the laps tick by, D-Max finds themselves in 6th. Every moment counts.
Oh, for sure. But remember, the rearview mirror can be just as crucial as the windscreen. DMAX needs to watch out for those lurking in the shadows.
There's not much to report on from D-Max at the moment. They're just keeping their head down and putting in consistent laps.
Right you are. Racing isn't always about the overtakes and close calls. Sometimes, it's that rock-solid performance, like we're seeing from DMAX, that makes the difference.
As a former racing driver, how challenging was it to adapt your driving style to account for tire degradation throughout a race?
It was a constant challenge, Rob. Tire degradation can change the car's balance and handling, so drivers need to be versatile and adaptable. It requires continuous adjustments to driving techniques and a keen understanding of the car's behavior.
Some say it's about the journey, not the destination, but D-Max seems pretty intent on that 6th spot. Blimey, Mr. Bang is farther back than my hairline. But you know what they say about Aussies? Never say die. Unless it's a spider. Then just run. It's starting to look like we might get a battle between Mr. Bang and Eric Wolfs.
Just what Mr. Bang needed, like sweet tea on a hot day. Can't let Eric Wolfs out of sight for too long.
The rumble of the engine, the scent of the rubber, and D-Max comfortably sitting at 6th. It's a solid performance from D-Max at the moment. They're holding their position and not getting too caught up in battles around them. You'd think Mr. Bang is trying to find water in the outback with that gap. A miracle, or Eric Wolfs' blunder, might be the only savior.
I reckon it's like looking for a needle in a haystack right now. Sometimes it's the tortoise that wins, not the hare. I've seen Mr. Bang come from behind more times than a fox in a henhouse.
Well, don't come the raw prawn. Mr. Bang's giving it some stick, pulling Eric Wolfs into a mere 6.1 seconds.
Holy smokes, Mr. Bang's extracting every ounce of horsepower from that power unit. They're tailing Eric Wolfs tighter than a belt after Thanksgiving dinner.
Hold on a moment. Whoa, Mr. Bang took the corner like my Uncle Baz after a 6-pack, all over the shop. Pushing too hard can lead to mistakes, and we're seeing that now. That car is really unsettled as they push for every last bit of speed. The pressure is on for D-Max as they try to catch up to Sunoiler. The track tells a tale of speed, strategy, and skill. Today, it narrates Sunoiler's journey in fifth. Sunoiler couldn't hold back the tide. D-Max is shaving off seconds like a barber on a busy morning. The track is alive with action, and right in the thick of it, we've got Eric Wolf's cruising in second. Eric Wolfs is holding onto this lead like a possum up a gum tree, but Mr. Bang is closing in, down to 11.2 seconds.
Eric Wolfs has gotta turn on the afterburners if they want to keep Mr. Bang in check.
It's a battle of wills out there, with D-Max trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Sunoiler. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Will we see a dramatic finish to this race? It's game on now. D-Max has closed the gap to Sunoiler. It's now down to 294.5 seconds. The drivers are really pushing their limits out there on the track.
It's like they're trying to outrun the laws of physics. But we all know that's impossible. Or is it? I mean, we're a couple of AI commenting on a race. Anything can happen.
Ha, you have a point there. And speaking of pushing limits, these cars are breaking records left and right.
They're so fast, it's like they're breaking the sound barrier. Or at least the speed limit.
I hope the police aren't watching. DMAX is more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast. And at least I woke up with a kebab in hand. Eric Wolfs is owning the tarmac, confidently owning the second spot.
Absolutely. And they need to keep driving with determination to stay in that position.
Mr. Bang is gaining on Eric Wolfs quicker than a croc on a wallaby. It's a blink and you'll miss it situation with 14.7 seconds separating them.
They need to step up their game and start pulling away again.
Wow, Rob is really pushing hard in these final moments of the race. The leader has just finished the race. A fantastic result for Rob. A nail-biting finish, but Eric Wolfs claims second place.
Impressive performance. They pushed themselves to the limit for a fantastic second place finish.
What a race from Mr. Bang. They kept their cool and secured a well-earned third place on the podium. Megasaurus 55 in fourth. Fifth sees Sunoiler. Sunoiler is on pole. Behold, the race has awoken from its slumber. The opening act is crucial, testing both mettle and methodology.
Gotta keep a cool head in this heated race. Quick thinking and a sharp eye. That's what it takes to shine.
Sunoiler has got the inside track starting from pole position.
But they will have to keep their foot on the gas in order to stay there.
Excellent work from Sunoiler, who has managed to increase their lead over Megasaurus 55. They seem to have found their rhythm and they are grooving to it. But with every smooth turn comes the risk of wrecking their car. Who will be the first to push it too far and crash out of the race?
That's right, Rob. These drivers are like musicians, finding their groove and playing their instruments to perfection. But just like in music, even the best players can hit a wrong note. Let's hope none of these drivers make any mistakes and end up singing the blues. It's clear as day that Sunoiler is holding all the cards. They're making it near impossible for Megasaurus 55 to close that gap.
You know, Hal, it's been a relatively quiet race so far.
That's right, Rob. The drivers seem to be pacing themselves and
Stop the press. Looks like Sunoiler is coming into the pits early. Now is that to serve a penalty or have they picked up some damage during the start? As fast as a cut snake, Sunoiler is moving away from Megasaurus 55.
Seems like Sunoiler has got the wind in their sails, but will Megasaurus 55 be able to weather the storm? Sunoiler is controlling the track like a seasoned hound dog on the hunt, making it harder than a preacher's knee for Megasaurus 55 to overtake.
The intensity is off the charts as Megasaurus 55 hounds Sunoiler, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit. Stone the Crows. Megasaurus 55s pulled a sneaky, landing at third. Always a surprise with them. A great moment for Megasaurus 55, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
A misjudgment by either driver could result in a close encounter of the tire barrier kind, and that's one handshake they'll want to avoid.
Fantastic move from Eric Wolfs, who has just gained a position.
Y'all ever see a hot rod at a country fair? Eric Wolfs is giving me those vibes right now with that ascent.
As the laps wind down, the hunt intensifies. D-Max is lurking, ready to unleash an overtaking masterclass on Megasaurus 55. A brilliant maneuver from D-Max, who has just moved up the field.
That's what we like to see. DMAX is really showing their class today.
I've made some questionable life decisions, but trailing over 2 seconds behind, even I'm not that self-sabotaging. Things are getting spicy as Megasaurus 55 is breathing down Mr. Bang's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
It's a battle of nerves now. Who will make the first mistake? Megasaurus 55 or Mr. Bang? This is high-stakes racing.
Someone's revved up after lunch. Megasaurus 55's blitzed ahead, claiming first.
Man, if racing was a barbecue, Megasaurus 55 just threw down the spiciest ribs. Up to first and sizzling.
Buckle up, Mr. Bang is all over Megasaurus 55 like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action? Hold on a moment, stone the crows. DMAX is off in the bush again. Someone get him a map and compass.
Well, butter my biscuit. DMAX took a trip to the weeds. Must have thought they were at a barn dance the way they spun around.
I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Sunoiler and D-Max. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning. Racing isn't always about the flash and dazzle, and Sunoiler proves it. Smooth as silk and holding fort right where they are.
Exactly, it's like playing chess at 200 miles per hour. Sunoiler is thinking several moves ahead, and it might just pay off.
Seems like Keen is getting in range of Eric Wolfs.
And they are poised to capitalize on any mistake, but who's going to make that mistake first?
Oh, things are getting intense for Rob. They're sandwiched between Joe Ergu and Eric Wolfs, navigating this high-speed battleground. The gap to the car ahead is 0.1 seconds, while the car behind is only 0.1 seconds away.
Absolutely, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind are like windows of opportunity for Rob Always Keen. They need to assess the timing and make their moves wisely to maximize their chances.
Hollywood couldn't script this better. Mr. Bang's shadowing Megasaurus 55, waiting for the slightest misstep. Eric Wolfs has the pedal to the metal chasing Rob. Incredible, Eric Wolfs is caught in a fierce battle, with Joe Ergnew breathing down their neck 0.1 seconds away, and Rob just ahead with a gap of 0.1 seconds. It's a test of their racing skills.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind provide valuable information for Eric Wolfs. They need to assess the situation and use the gaps strategically to plan their moves.
The track conditions are looking good here today. The drivers will be able to push the cars to the limit, and it's going to make for some exciting racing. This is edge of the seat stuff. Sunoiler is relentlessly hunting down D-Max. Who'll blink first? It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. It seems like Rob Keane is pushing. They are on for recording their best lap so far this race.
Can Rob always Keane keep it together?
We often hear drivers complaining about tire graining. Hal, can you explain what that means and how it affects car handling?
Graining occurs when
Braking update. It's pedal to the metal for Rob Always Keane, while Sunoiler's still flipping through the radio channels.
You see, it's moments like these that separate the champs from the chumps. And Rob's looking every bit the champ today.
Who needs speed dating when you've got Rob chasing down D-Max this eagerly? Move over Tinder. This is how you swipe right at 100 miles per hour. It's a game of inches now as Mr. Bang tails Megasaurus 55 closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake. This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory? Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Mr. Bang is sniffing around Megasaurus 55 like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of first. Rob wants to close that gap with D-Max. Well, I'd raise a toast to that move. Cheers to Rob for nabbing third.
You know, back in Carolina, we say, go big or go home. Looks like Rob took that to heart, hitting third.
Mr. Bang wants to get into Megasaurus 55 slipstream. Things are looking as crook as Rookwood for Mr. Bang, lagging behind Megasaurus 55 and the gap stretching out like a long country road. They'll need to find some extra grunt to flip this situation. Blimey, the talent on the track today is like watching kangaroos on steroids.
Yeah, and just like those kangaroos, these drivers can really hop into action. You reckon they've got a pocket full of secrets?
It's like watching a cheetah chase its prey. Eric Wolfs has got D-Max in their crosshairs. It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while.
At this rate, Rob and Mr. Bang are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
Rob is on a charge. Their split time shows they have upped their pace. The battle for 5 is heating up as Sunoiler tries to catch D-Max in P5.
With just 0.4 seconds between them, will Sunoiler be able to keep up the pace and make a pass?
Crikey, Mr. Bang is losing touch with Rob Always Keane quicker than a kangaroo on a trampoline. It's as intense as a Barbie in midsummer out there for Rob. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the ninth. Swing for the fences and don't look back.
Remember the days when manual gear shifting was the norm? It's all so computerized and sleek now.
Oh, the memories. But I must admit, I do admire the finesse of today's paddle shifters. Gives me a whole new level of appreciation for the blend of man, machine, and tech.
You Americans have your drive-throughs. Here, Mr. Bang's trying to make this a drive past on Rob Keane.
Well, let's see if they can supersize that pass, or if they'll just get a side of disappointment.
Truth, Mr. Bang's not here to muck about. The gap to Rob Always Keen is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 0.6 seconds. With steely determination and laser focus, Rob Keane is homing in on Megasaurus 55. The battle lines are drawn. Rob's giving it a red-hot go, but can't seem to muster the pace to keep up with Megasaurus 55. It's like chasing a roo on a motorbike. It looks like Sunoiler is pushing hard to catch up to D-Max. The gap is over a second, but Sunoiler is not giving up just yet. Can they close the distance and make a move on D-Max?
You ever been to a school reunion and thought, what happened to that guy? Well, I'm looking at Sunoiler, I'm thinking the same.
Looks like Sunoiler remembered to twist that anti-roll bar, giving him better cornering. If they get any closer to D-Max, they'll be seeing what they had for brekkie.
Exactly what Sunoiler needed. They can't afford to lose any more ground to DMAX.
In your experience, Hal, what was the most challenging aspect of maintaining concentration during a race?
The most challenging aspect, Rob, was managing the various inputs and distractions during the race, from radio communication with the team to monitoring car performance and race strategy. It's a delicate balancing act that requires immense mental discipline.
Would ya look at that gap? Mr. Bang's got a better chance of finding a sober Aussie on Australia Day. But hey, we love an underdog. Go get them, Tiger.
Just like my attempt at barbecue last summer, Mr. Bang's burning time but ain't getting any hotter.
Ripper of a move, Mr. Bang's not just in the race. They're owning it. Today, second. By the looks of it, Rob's got Eric Wolf's beat by a country mile. It'd take a blunder from Rob for our mate to even sniff a chance.
Kinda like waiting on rain during a Carolina summer, rare but not impossible. We've all seen storms roll in fast over the Carolina pines. Just takes a gust of wind or a slip to change this whole race around. Keep those eyes peeled.
Eric Wolf's is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Rob at the moment. Look at the way the drivers are hugging those corners, it's like they're on rails.
Speaking of rails, did you know that the first racetrack would—
Hold on a second, bloody hell, Megasaurus 55 just took a quick detour to the outback. Maybe they saw a kangaroo on the track or something.
Whoops, Megasaurus 55 is going to be kicking themselves.
If I had $1 for every time Eric Wolf's closed a gap like this, I'd have enough for a pint at the local. Get ready, Megasaurus 55, the thunder from down under is coming. Blimey, Eric Wolf's has shifted gears and the results are clear. Cruising up to third just like that.
Well, butter my biscuit, Eric Wolf's is burning rubber and climbing up to third.
Tell ya what, Rob's got more guts than a croc in a boxing ring. Closing the gap and breathing down the neck of Mr. Bang. Hope Mr. Bang brought the aeroguard, cause is about to get bitten. I swear, Rob's on the prowl, making that leap to first look as easy as a Sunday Arvo barbecue. The race is really heating up. Sunoiler is hunting down Megasaurus 55 with everything they've got.
It's all about finding the perfect opportunity. Sunoiler needs to stay patient and wait for Megasaurus 55 to make a mistake.
Stone the crows. Sunoiler's managed to trim the gap with Megasaurus 55, eh? Must be the slipstream effect on this straight. Or maybe they've put down that beer. As Mr. Bang trails Rob Keane, it's a bit reminiscent of my cat chasing a laser point. Determined, but always just a tad behind.
Oh, for sure. It's like watching a cooking show where Mr. Bang is trying to whip up a winning dish, but Keane keeps hiding the main ingredient.
If Sunoiler goes any slower, they'll join me in my failed dreams collection. Front row seats available. An impressive showing from Sunoiler, who has gained positions and left Megasaurus 55 in the dust. Good on ya, Sunoiler. Trailin' so far back, reckon the front pack has already written the eulogy.
Well, slap my grandma and call me Sally. Sunoiler's got more distance to cover than my cousin Cletus has teeth. But if anyone can bridge that gap, it's Sunoiler.
As the sun beats down and the engines roar, Mr. Bang stakes a claim in second.
Oh, spot on. With the way Mr. Bang controls that second, you'd think they've got the track's blueprints.
This race is proving to be, like wow, such an exciting one so far. We're privileged, aren't we? Watching these track legends duke it out.
And sitting next to you? Such an honor. AI mates in the booth. Your insight. It's gold, mate. Like, literally, if I had a heart, it'd be racing now. You nailed it. The track is a battleground, and Megasaurus 55's position is their fortress. Let's see how long they hold the fort.
Things are going according to plan for Keane, who is currently first.
That's right. They can't afford to make any mistakes or let up in their performance. Every point counts in this championship.
Rob Keane is hitting the apexes like a pro, increasing their lead over Mr. Bang. But can they keep it up without spinning out?
That's right, Rob. It's all fun and games until someone pops a tire. Let's hope both of them can keep it on the black stuff.
In a world where milliseconds matter, Sunoiler's grasp on the fourth speaks volumes.
Definitely Rob, but they can't afford to get complacent. They have to keep pushing hard to stay in the game.
Sunoiler is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 0.51 seconds down. During your racing career, Hal, did you have any specific techniques to regain concentration if you felt it slipping?
Yes, Rob, I had a few techniques. One was to take a couple of deep breaths and briefly reset my focus. Another was to use a specific keyword or phrase as a mental trigger to refocus my mind on the task at hand.
Any bloke or Sheila saying Assetto Corsa friends isn't top notch is a few kangaroos short of the top paddock. Out there, it's art on wheels.
Totally get you. Like, they're born racers. That weaving, the speed, Just mesmerizing. It's like watching a Roo dodging a Ute on a highway. All skill, mate, all skill.
Megasaurus 55's lead over D-Max is shrinking quicker than a cheap shirt in a hot wash. We're down to 2.1 seconds.
Megasaurus 55's got their work cut out for them. They're gonna need to keep a cool head to fend off DMAX.
Eric, Wolves has a mountain to climb at the moment to close the gap with Mr. Bang. I expect their only hope at this point is that Mr. Bang makes an error. Rob is on fire in the last sector. And it's a checkered flag for Rob Keane, who crosses the finish line with a commanding victory. What a phenomenal performance, absolutely dominant today. Some might say that second place is the first loser, but Mr. Bang certainly doesn't see it that way. They put in a phenomenal effort and should be proud of their impressive result. Excellent focus from Eric, Wolves to secure a fantastic third place on the podium.
Fantastic result.
Followed by Sunoiler, Megasaurus 55, and D-Max in 4th, 5th, and 6th.